Right, come out today. I did do a bit of video just back there, but it didn't record for some reason. Right, I've come out today to do a nice flat walk. This is the flattest bit of trail that I possibly know. I've been cooped up indoors for the last couple of days because my hip is killing me. Pulled a muscle in there or something. But, you can only lay on the floor so much. I discovered that sitting is actually pretty bloody painful, so I've gone for a walk. Like I say, this is the flattest walk that I know. So I can't sit indoors all the time, it'll drive me nuts. So I do a nice slow walk. Now I can't do a campfire today. I have brought tea with me. I can't do a campfire because we have a province-wide fire ban, literally top to bottom, side to side. You can't have any fires anywhere. Private land, public land, campsites, nothing. Only thing you can cook with at the moment I think is propane. I think you're allowed the little propane stoves or little gas stove things, but that is about it. Anything else province wide, which is unusual for this time of the year, that's for sure. Don't normally see that this time of the year. It's very, very dry. I think we have something like 100 wildfires on the go. It's pretty early in the season for that, I can tell you. Yeah. But better safe than sorry. A lot of the firefighters are away. People always look at the forest. I mean, this forest actually looks fairly wet because it did rain the other day. But the problem is not what this forest is doing. It's like if anything happens, there is no forest fire backup crews to come through this way. So I'm going to head down through this forest because it's as flat as it can possibly get. I don't want no hills today. I want nice flat. Give it a walk around and see how I do. Right, that'll do for now. Right. It's nice and sunny now, but I think it's going to cloud up later. I've been up over the top of that hill a few times. And quite often if I stand here, I see stuff moving up there. There's a lot of good little grazing up in there. Just me and the woodpeckers and the squirrels at the moment. Yes, I like this tree. That's a pretty cool tree, eh? Yeah. Right, as I say, I've picked this trail today because it's pretty much the flattest trail I know. Oh, and sitting is not doing my leg any good. You keep moving. If you keep moving, the tendency is you want to just sit down and do nothing. Lifting, twisting, sitting, getting in and out of the car even. Like, Jesus Christ. I know I am getting old, but I really feel old now. Yeah. So technically I am getting old, but so I shall wander up through this way, see how this looks. This is nice soft. Gosh, I was going to do a walk around the city, but it's too, the ground's hard. Walking on concrete all day, actually, I find that actually worse. Oh, nice sunshine through the forest there. That's nice. Hear the geese in the distance. That's cool. Right, I'm going to head on that way. Oh, the sunshine is lovely. Look at this. Bit of cloud in the distance over there. They said we might get some cloud later, but we shall see how that pans out. Absolutely lovely. Look at it. I see the shadow people. Hello, shadow people. Yeah. Yep. Well, so far this is good. I think I'm going to be all right until I have to sit down. And sitting down might not be a good option. So I think all the time I keep moving, it's actually good. Right. I need to head down in this way. If I remember right, there's a tree to step over down in here. But, it's a bloody big one too. Yeah. Right. I've got to head down into some older growth forest here in a minute. Let's just have a look down this hill. If the bloody great tree is still there. If it is, I might go a different way. Don't fancy climbing over a tree. So this is much older growth forest in the bottom here. It's a bit harder to get across. Right, let's go down this trail and see if that tree's gone. Well, I think I can manage that one. There's some very big ones I've had to step across, but this is just a little tiny one. I think I can manage this one. Right, let's get that moved out the way, and I can be on my way down the trail. Done and dusted. Wow, normally I would just cut that in half and drag the piece around, but yeah, I ain't dragging anything at the moment. So I cut it up into lots of little bits. It's only a tiny little one. Yeah. Either way, it's off the trail. Now I can continue on down here. There's two really big ones down here that were down last year. And they can damn well stay down. I ain't doing that. Right, I will continue on my way down there. I need to have both hands handy, I think. Oh, right, I think it's little tree day today, thank goodness. Yeah, this better be fixed by summer, because I can't spend an entire summer not doing this. Anyway, I will cut that one out of there. That looks pretty rot. I can cut that up into bits, get that out of my way, and go from there. Done and dusted. Another little one out the way. So these little ones, these things are a pain. But it's actually rot as a pear, that would. It's like, yeah, would actually make really good firewood. Now, looking up through here, last year, this is where those really big ones were that across here that I couldn't tackle, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, this big one up here looks like the one that I had trouble with. Yeah, it is. Because the trail, we've made a trail off to the side here. Look at that. Somebody's actually cut that out. There was a walkway that had been made up and over that tree over there. Some very kind person cut this one out. Nice. I don't know who you were, but thank you very much. Yeah, this tree was bugging me for most of last year. I kept looking at it and thought, nah, it's just too big. It's not a safe tree to cut. So I left that one. Unfortunately, look at that. Somebody's been up here. Thank you very much. I can see a little end of the tree up here. I shall cut that little end off. Get that off the trail. You'd be surprised, like, you have this little stick that anybody could basically cut off and move, but they don't. They leave it there, and then they make a bypass trail all the way around it. Right, so I'll just take that end off and we'll be good. And this is why I do my bridges. See, we haven't even got into serious runoff yet, and that's already foot and a half deep across there. Fortunately, there's a nice little bridge up there. Some kind person built. What I've got to do is get down to it. I didn't clear a big trail in here to this bridge deliberately, but I did mark it. So if you're ever out this way, one bridge, still doing very nicely by the look of it. Excellent. Right, I shall just cross here. I need two hands for this. I'm taking it a bit easy now. I've slowed right down. I'm only going to go up here a little bit further, and I'm going to turn around and head back. There is another route that you can take back off of this particular trail, but that way back has way more up and downs. This one kind of follows the valley floor, which is why it's so nice down in here, but you can still see pockets of snow and what have you down in here. But, yeah, this is about the slowest walk I've done in a very long time. Good grief. There's lots of deer sign, no sign of anything else. That trail off, believe it or not, that is a trail. If you head off that way and peel round to the right, there's another valley over there. If you go through the bottom of that valley, cross the creek, up the other side, that brings you out to a very nice area. But it's damn wet in there, especially this time of year. Right, I will head on up here a little bit, out, and keep moving. Yeah. Definitely feels better when I keep moving. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I came up through here trail clearing because nobody had touched this trail for a very long time. And this tree here, this one, that's cut, this was as far as I got. But, then last year and the year before and what have you, I cleared out a bunch more up here. So I will continue on that way. Not going to go much further. Progressing along this bit pretty good. And this area here is what I call the big clearing. Whenever you approach a clearing like this, always stand, let anything that's in the clearing see you, more importantly hear you. Wake, wake, rise and shine. Can't hear anything making a noise, can't see anything moving. Yeah, because this is an easy area for us to walk across. It's also good grazing for the animals and stuff as well. So I'm going to head across here. I haven't got much further to go. Those trees just up ahead of me, that's pretty much as far as I'm going, and I'm turning around coming back. Yeah, I'm going to take the easy route back as well. Yeah, not going over the hill. There is a hill off to my side that I quite often go over, but not today. Take the easy route, take the wimp route. Right, so I'm just going to go up to those trees over the other side of there, something I want to look at, and then I shall head back. Well, that answers that question. My bridge survived the winter. That's good. Yeah. I'm not going to cross it today. My balance is not as good as it could be. But yes, I need to bring this out. I've got to get some more rope. Ideally I could do with one more tree across there, but I don't have one more tree. That was the other reason I came out today, to have a look, see if there's any down close to the right size and in the right location. And unfortunately there isn't. Well, I wouldn't be able to move them today anyway. But yeah, right. So I need to bring out some new cordage, sort those out, and then I'm going to go and find me a nice log to sit on. Back down here somewhere, back down here somewhere, and make a cup of tea. I did bring a flask with me, because like I say, we have a fire ban on. This is as far as I'm going. I'm turning around going back now. Here, that's as far as I'm going. It is not comfortable. Right, so I will head back. Glad to see that one is still there, and I'm going to head back down the trail. Well, I've come back out to where I cleared out a bunch, excuse me, last year, and there was just one down across here where I'd made my steppy over bridge, just down in the bottom there. Somebody cleared that out. My guess is the horses don't like the logs facing that way. Yeah, so you can see this horse has been down through here. Yeah, this was quite the mess to clear out of here last year. I expected to see all of this lot down. There was only one down. I've just cut that one out. There's a small one up here I've just cut out. I'm on small trees today. Yeah, this one here was just across the trail. This is one of those that I thought the whole lot might come down, but it didn't. Somebody cleared the... Well, I'll just throw a couple of small rocks in there, makes it a bit easier. But this one came down. I was expecting all of these here have been down this year, but they're not, so that's good. Yep. Nice day for a walk in the woods, but I would rather it was more of a comfortable walk. Yeah. But I find if I sit for too long, it actually makes it feel worse. Whatever muscle I've pulled, it's the one that makes your left knee go up and down. I can lift my right knee up and down, but my left knee, for like stepping up over stuff and that, not so good. It's kind of ouchy, so I'm giving it some exercise today, just some nice easy walking. And this trail doesn't get much flat than this. This is about the flattest trail I know, which is why I've come this way. Yeah, so I will head back the way I came. Normally I would head off over through the forest that way, but I can't really step over the logs at the moment. It bloody hurts. So there is another trail a bit further down here that cuts across to a road, but I really don't fancy walking down that road. There's no shade from the sun down there, and the sun is actually quite nice. So I'm going to head back down. There's some cloud building in the distance I have noticed, so I will finish up my sausage roll, have a glug of water, and then I will head back again. Right, I shall do some more pictures on the way back. Right, that's enough for sitting in the sunshine and enjoying myself. I shall head on back, head down the trail, down in the clearing down here. There's a large clearing down here. Once I get back into the clearing, there's a tree off to the side. I am going to stop and have a cup of tea there, I think. Yeah. It's always a bit wet down through this piece. Not a lot you can do about it. Yeah. All the snow's only just melted in here, you can see. Still got all the, I don't know what you call that. Like, I don't know what you call it. It's almost like a, I don't know. Almost looks like spider web, but it's not. It's like all the cobwebby kind of ground. It's those, it builds up under the snow. I can't think what you would call that. No idea. But it's everywhere at the moment, so I know that the ground has only just defrosted. It's almost like a web of oh crap! What would you call it? Not a fungus. Like it almost looks like a mould web underneath the snow. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, this bit's a bit wet. Oh, got no choice. Got to get through it. There you go. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's almost like looks like a mould. I'll see if I can find a decent patch of it down through here. But, you can always tell when the snow has just melted, because you get lots and lots of that. I noticed in the big forest, the bottom here, there's some real old growth forest down in the bottom here, and that's full of that stuff. So I know that sat pretty wet all winter. Yeah, it's kind of like this grey kind of stuff. As the snow melts, you just see it, but it doesn't stay there long. So I think once it gets out in the sunshine and it kind of dries right out, it just disintegrates. But this is always a nice spot. I have camped along here before, actually on this surface here, because there's a nice water supply down there. Always a good idea wherever you're camping to make sure you've got a good water supply. But, yeah, this is a bit of a wildlife corridor through here, so it's a good idea not to camp too close to their main highways, if you like. Yeah. Not unless you don't mind having bears and stuff come wandering through your campsite in the middle of the night. Personally, I'll try to avoid it. Yeah. Right, let's head down this way. Once I get down to the clearing, which is only just down here, far side of the clearing, there's a very nice tree with some very large roots, and I'm going to sit there and have a cup of tea, I think. Right, let's put this away until I get there. Well, I've stopped. It's not exactly where I intended to stop. I intended to stop under that big tree over there. However, I will sit here, enjoy my tea. I can't put my feet up very well. So feet are down there. My feet aren't working very well today, which is why I'm coming out to get some exercise. Oh, sitting is not as comfortable as you might think. So, out of character for me, I am going to do a shot that is extremely rare. Right, I would rather be sat on that log there, but standing up is more comfortable, so I'm going to do a standing up tee shot. There we go. You won't see too many of those. That's a rarity. Yeah. Till this muscle sorts itself out, there's not really a lot I can do. Oh, I came over the top of that hill there in front of me one time. That was an interesting walk down through there. There's a bit of a pickup sticks mess. I noticed the bigger cloud is starting to form, and looking at the direction it's coming from, it can pick up a lot of moisture up through the mountains this time of the year. So I will head on down the trail again, which is straight down through that way over there. There is some marker tape in the tree. I can see it. I know where it is, but it's hard to spot unless you know it's there. This trail is not used very much now. It used to be a very busy trail. All up through here used to be really, really busy. But then we had the floods of 2013, and it basically became almost unusable. So I will enjoy my tea. It is almost empty. I would normally enjoy a good sit down, but actually standing up is way nicer. So I will do that. I will head on back down the trail and do some more in a minute. Sometimes you just need to sit and listen to that, eh? That's a great sound. Right. You can sit and listen to that for a while. Rain clouds building, and my hip is giving me crap, so I will head on round. I think I've done enough walking.